Conversations, Episode 1, Take 5. Hey y'all! Welcome to Shady Conversations, where we speak the truths that most women keep tucked away. I'm your host, the Legacy Curator, Shaina Mowatt. This platform is all about amplifying the unspoken truths of womanhood, and today's episode is the first step on that journey. Let's get into it. I'm currently gassed up on a bit of healthy arrogance. I love my circle. They're so supportive and they truly believe in me. They really be gassing me up like I could do all things. And true, because with God, amen. And now here we are. People tell me all the time that I'm inspiring and I be motivating them to do more. Let me just say, if this podcast doesn't go well, we will collectively blame them. Don't blame me. Rally with me. We gonna blame them gaslighters for making me this arrogant to believe that I can be an influencer. Y'all, it took so much for us to even get to this point. Today, we're talking about what it means to walk in fearless faith. Not blind faith, not perfect faith, but the kind that says, even if I'm scared, I'm still gonna move. For perspective, when I chose to leave my last job and dive into entrepreneurship, that was easy for me. Even though I didn't know what the road ahead was going to look like, I was ready. That for me was blind faith. The Shady Conversations platform is a testament to me practicing fearless faith. I remember going back to church for the first time in a long time years ago, and there was this guest speaker, a prophet. Now, I'm a weirdo. I always wanted to be prophesized over because I just felt like I just wanted a clear message. And what clear message could you possibly get? But until this moment, it's never happened, and it's never happened again after. This episode is brought to you by me, your Legacy Curator, Shaina Mowatt. I'm not just here to talk about growth, identity, and purpose. I help you build the life you're praying for in real time. As a real estate professional, mortgage originator, and financial strategist, I guide individuals and families through the decisions that shape legacy. From purchasing a home to restructuring debt to creating a financial plan that feels doable, intentional, and God-led. Whether you're buying your first home, trying to understand what you can actually qualify for, wanting to utilize real estate as a wealth building tool, preparing for a new season financially, or just tired of trying to figure it out alone, I'm here to help you move from overwhelmed to over-prepared. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building, you can connect with me directly at yourlegacycurator.com or click the link in the show notes. Because legacy isn't something you leave behind, it's something you're building right now. All right, back to the episode. I can't quote what he said word for word because it was so long ago. But basically, he looked at me and said, "My smile blesses people, but I have a story to tell, and my story is going to inspire other women." I never let that message go, but I also never did anything with it. Fast forward to now, this new era of my life that I call my ugly 30 truth, hence my vlog on the @thatsoshayna YouTube channel. My Ugly 30 Truth is a restart. It's me navigating life as a full-time entrepreneur, a new mom of twins, and all that comes with it, including grieving the loss of loved ones and rediscovering myself postpartum. I kept feeling like the things I was uncovering about myself, my relationships, my career, these were all things that no one else would understand, because there's just no way that we're all living the same ghetto life. But through conversations with new and old friends, I was shocked at how many women shared similar experiences, yet we don't talk about it. I felt like I wanted to normalize some of these topics. Now, this is how God speaks to me in real time. So I was, speaking to some women in my life, my sister, two of my friends, and a pro, Mrs. Alicia of the Living Fulfilled show. And I mentioned some of the talk topics that I wanted to cover, and it was unanimously a yes. Do it, Shaina. Even with that type of confirmation, I kept talking myself out of it. It wasn't so much the how that scared me, because I'm very much business-minded, creative, visionary, and action-oriented, all that. It was more do I really want to go there? Do I really want to be that open to put these conversations out there? Because Even though I know some of the things that I might want to talk about, I don't know what every conversation on the Shady Conversations platform is going to be. And I know that you have to go big or I'm not doing it at all. So wherever God leads us because I don't know. So I think I was really just scared of being open. So I kept putting it off. But one thing that I knew for sure was that if I was going to do this, I needed to put something out there. So I started a Facebook page. The day that I started that Facebook page, B. Simone dropped her podcast episode called Don't Ignore God's Call. Now, y'all go ahead and tag her because I've been rocking with B. Simone since Know For Sure podcast season 1, episode 1. Anyways, this is not me trying to get famous. This is just me saying, hey girl, let's support each other. But anywho, I'm trying to explain to you guys how God speaks to me. So this was a very clear message for me. Like, as soon as I drop my Facebook page, the first message that I get is don't ignore God's call. Because I've been losing sleep over this platform. I've been envisioning it. I've been writing down things that came to mind. But yet I kept saying, I'm not sure if I want to do this. I had a whole title ready. I had a whole videographer lined up. Even though I've had to pivot and now we have audio episodes and we're going to have video episodes, that wasn't what was stopping me. It was really just me not being ready to put myself out there, put my story and all of my truths out there. But here we are, walking in fearless faith. If I'm being completely honest, y'all, I almost missed my moment. But I had to come to the realization that this doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to be perfect, but it is going to be powerful. So let's talk about what fearless faith actually is. Hey, investors and future moguls, looking to grow your real estate network and learn from active deal makers right here in Maryland? Well, your host, the Legacy Curator, Shaina Mowatt, and my team at First Step Financial Services have launched a real estate investors club. This is not your average sit and take notes meetup. Nah, this is real conversations, real strategies, real funding, and real deal makers linking up in real time. Whether you're just curious or you're ready to lock in your first flip, your first rental, or you true to this and not new to this, you can join us once a month in Columbia, Maryland. We're not just teaching real estate, we're creating a network of investors who look out for each other and win together. The wealth you want is built in rooms like this. Learn, network, invest. Find us on Instagram at That's So Shaina or at You Take the First Step to be notified on our next meetup. All right, back to the episode. Fearless faith doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means you stop letting fear be the decision maker. Having fearless faith is the difference between waiting for clarity and moving with conviction. You kind of have to make the choice to place your trust in either uncertainty or in your calling. Waiting for clarity kind of sounds like I'll move when I know exactly how it's going to work, or once I'm 100% sure, then I'll take the next step. It's your mind looking for comfort, control, and guarantees, which I believe can leave you stagnant. Because perfect clarity rarely comes before action. The sign, the plan, the right moment, it really only comes after you move. You call it being patient, but in actuality, you're just being scared. Now, moving with conviction is saying, I don't know every step, but I know I'm supposed to start. Something in me won't let this go, but I have to do it. Conviction is that deep inner knowing that keeps tugging at you, like me losing sleep with big ideas for this platform. When you stop looking for proof and you move in obedience, you start to create momentum, which then allows clarity to meet you in the motion, not before you move, but while you're moving. I think for me, fear was disguising itself as timing, because I knew that I wanted to pursue this platform. But for me, also, I was just scared. I was like, I don't know if I want to be this open. But at this big age, in the same breath, what are you scared of? Your truth is your truth. Women are experiencing similar growing pains. And if I'm not willing to start the conversation, I mean, hopefully somebody else would have did it, but there was no better time than now. But for some people, fear might disguise itself as logic. You'd probably say to yourself that you should probably wait until you have more experience, or it doesn't make financial sense to pursue that passion right now. which could be rational thinking, or it could be you just making excuses. I am starting with a mic and my computer in my house, in my living room. No cameras. I did want cameras. I do have a YouTube page. I do have a vlog. I do have a videographer. But waiting on all of that to happen the way that I want it to happen was just going to keep pushing me back. So logic, yes, it could be rational thinking, but it could be the fear that's actually holding you back. Fear could also be described as you being quote unquote realistic. Like maybe you're saying to yourself, I should be more practical. Not everyone gets to chase their dreams. Or let me be real, I don't have what it takes to pull this off. And this is just fear trying to keep you in a box of what you've seen or been told is possible. Being, quote, realistic shouldn't mean abandoning your calling, but it should mean creating a strategy for your faith, not trading it in. While we're on the subject of fearless faith, I just want to really quickly touch on the importance of knowing your purpose. I'm one of those people who have many talents and I have my hands in different cookie jars. Let's put it like that. So as a legacy curator, I am a real estate professional. I help people build wealth through real estate and financial services. And so Shady Conversations is kind of like out of my scope of professionalism. But I believe that people have many different type of purposes and you have to really follow where your heart is telling you to go. So the thing that comes naturally to you, that excites you, that keeps tugging you, that's your purpose. If God tells you to do something, you just have to show up, and you have to show up lost and you have to show up scared. But you just got to show up and you got to do it. I believe everybody has a personal purpose, which would be like your individual goals, values, aspirations, things like learning a new skill, improving your health, or however you choose to contribute to society. I believe people have an organizational purpose, which is the reason for existence of a company or a group. So me being a legacy curator, that's my organizational purpose. I believe people have a societal purpose, which refers to like your collective goals and aspirations as a community and promoting things like equality, fighting for social justice, addressing environmental issues if that leads you. But people also have a spiritual purpose, and that's the calling on your life, which is only discovered through your relationship with God. Nobody was ever meant to do just one thing. And sometimes it's scary when you've been doing one thing for so long and you're being pulled to do something new, something fresh, but it's definitely worth exploring. This Shady Conversations platform is me pursuing both my spiritual purpose and my personal purpose. I strongly believe that, and I haven't even told you guys about the history of the name of Shady, but we're going to get into that. If you watched the pilot, I did talk about it, but I believe that this platform was given to me from God. It's something that I've been visualizing for a long time. I just didn't know how I was supposed to utilize it until now. And then also my personal purpose, because as I told you with the prophet, how he told me that I was going to be inspiring women. So I'm kind of tying in two of my purposes into one in this platform. Let me know in the comments, what dreams are you silencing because you're afraid of being judged, failing, or going at it alone? And if you're not necessarily openly ready to share that, just think about it, write it down. But feel free to drop a comment. I'd love to hear about it as well. And then also, like, what do you actually have to lose if you make the move? I believe that small dreams are an insult to God. I believe that if you're going to do something, you got to do it big and you got to really just dive in and pursue it. So many people are attached to the dreams that you have. So the cost of you not pursuing your dream could be you holding back other people from their purpose, whether they are a business partner or maybe it's going to be a guest speaker on the show, and maybe they really just need to have this conversation with somebody because they too have been feeling alone. Or maybe it's a listener who can relate to something that we speak about on this platform. But because I almost said, I'm not doing this, I'm holding other people back from that freedom. As we wrap things up, I just want to thank all of today's listeners for sharing space with me today. If today's conversation spoke to you, I hope you give yourself permission to sit with it, speak on it, and heal through it. Remember, she has an intentional destiny yielding, and this journey, it's yours to own. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at That's So Shaina. If you are ready to be a guest or a sponsor, tap in because we're building this platform together. If you feel led, please share this conversation with a sister who needs to hear it. And until next time, stay shady, stay grounded, and keep the conversations going. Also, keep walking in fearless faith. Your purpose is waiting on your yes.